So carpenters have this little trick, and they start 15¼ inches from the
Framing
side,
their futures as engineers.
sets the rest
Beaufort
of
High
the
students
post
taking
for
a
the
civil
rest of the
engineering
studs.
course are learning hands-on construction skills by framing a wall. The students are learning all the proper measurements and terminology.
There's a king stud, which is one of these long ones that goes from the bottom to the top. This is the top plate up here. And then we have a cripple stud. It's a smaller stud. It's, you know, to support the windowsill. And then we have a jack stud, which is for like, it's a shorter stud than the king stud, but it also holds this plate up here, the header. And all these studs are used together to make a wall.
The teacher hopes by learning the building process, it will help students better understand how to make professional designs using industry-grade computer programs.
Then the stud, the line, then the stud.
When
the
they
line.
draw things on Revit, they'll really understand. Revit is the engineering software or architectural software. They'll really understand which pieces are going into the drawings, and it will help them overall. And in the long run, they'll be very knowledgeable about house building.
The owner of Beaufort Construction was on site sharing real-world building experiences with the students and providing them with professional insight about the building process.
The toughest thing is keeping everything in line and keeping everything perpendicular and square. That's a very critical part of building.
And the students all agree with the expert.
Keeping it in line, just because you'll start nailing and the board will pop up, and you hit it back down, you start nailing again, and it pops back up. It just gets really annoying.
Probably about the measurements and just making sure everything's in line, because if you just have one little thing out of line, it messes up the whole thing, which would not be good in a real life situation.
All the lumber and supplies for the project were donated by Sutton Construction. At Beaufort High School, Ron Lopes, Beaufort County School District.